I don't care what anybody says. This is the best place to date on the planet.
Yeah.
Because you can date the entire map. There's nothing worse in this world than wasted talent. As a matchmaker, I've seen it so many times. The people you would necessarily, or you might swipe left on in traditional dating app sense, you actually might date them in real life. But it's all about the energy in person. Women, you just have to be 3S: fun, fit, and feminine. But we forget, especially in the world of AI and robots and everything, humans need humans. You need to think about, how am I building this circle? What am I letting in and what am I releasing in order to have the best life that I want to complete and achieve? Money is great. It is. Money is a flow. I love money. But your greatest currency in this world is information. You don't always have to tell everybody everything. And holding on to information is sometimes more valuable than spilling it. The $1 billion business of love.
So without further ado, I'm Radin Jerome. Wherever you are in your life or wherever you're going, whether financially, spiritually, or for your health, I hope you're on your way. Now let's get into it. Christiana Maxion.
Yeah.
Like action.
Yes.
Professional athlete.
Well, no.
Springboard diver.
University, yeah.
Springboard diver.
Collegiate athlete.
Degree in finance.
Correct.
That's an interesting one. Masters in education.
Yes. With 3 distinctions.
Teacher in the south of Bronx.
In the South Bronx for a bit, yeah.
Wow, south of the Bronx, by the way. It's not
South
the
Bronx.
It's not. Well,
Bronx.
Don't they say it's
South
the
Bronx.
Bronx? It's not Bronx.
Yeah, the Bronx.
So, published author.
Correct.
You just want to collect all the medals, don't you?
Yeah.
And now tech entrepreneur and billionaire matchmaker.
Correct.
Or ultra high net worth matchmaker.
Yeah. The Dubai matchmaker.
You've done everything. You've done
Almost.
Every industry, taken every award, gone home, got the photo. So how did you get into, the ultra level, the ultra high wealth matchmaking business?
Oh gosh, yeah, I feel like I've lived so many different lives, like as you just mentioned, like everything there. But how I got into it was 2020 and we were all in lockdown home and I just had so much more time on my hands and I started documenting my experience dating in lockdown and post-lockdown on an Instagram account called Dating in Dubai.
Yeah.
And
I know the page.
It gained popularity. I think people were really attracted to like my empowered dating standpoint or date with high standards with zero expectation. And yeah, people would ask me for advice here and there. Everybody goes back to work. And at this point, I was leading a staff of 55. The school that I was working for caught wind of the account. So I also was asked to be on some television show. And anyway, they let me go in 24 hours.
Wow.
They said this doesn't match the ethos of our school. And at first I was like, wow, my entire identity was in being a leader in a school. What am I going to do now? But I always say that every left turn, right turn, U-turn is meant to happen. Like that is your path. So I took that time and I said, a lot of people were asking for advice. There are so many amazing people, or the most amazing people I've ever met have been living in the UAE. Men complain about this, women complain about that. But I wanted to be the bridge that connected those people. So I actually started calling myself a dating manager.
Okay.
Like I was going to organize your dating life, your dating calendar, your social calendar. And that evolved into my matchmaking agency.
So this is a recent thing for you then?
October 2021, I took on my first client.
Wow.
And so much has happened since then.
You've grown so quickly.
I have.
You've grown so quickly, Fiva.
Yes.
See, looking back on your business now as an outsider and just looking at it, it seems like an establishment, like something that has been around for years. For you to tell me that it's only been, what, a year and a half, 2 years. Wow. That it really shows that it's meant to be.
Well, it's crazy because I grew up watching the show Millionaire Matchmaker, and star was Patty Stanger, and I even had her book. I brought her book from New York with me. This was years ago, and had her book on my desk. 7 months into me being a matchmaker here, her team reached out to me. This is unprompted. I never reached out to them. They reached out to me. And so at the same time, a different global agency reached out to me. But that global agency was looking for like me to refer clients to them and vice versa, where Patty's team was like, hey, have you ever considered joining a team? And I told them, I said, I would only join if I get to run Middle East and UK. And they said, no problem. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay. And that's where we became global. And they trained me in all of their systems. They have over 3 decades of experience.
Wow.
Our systems are flawless. And we matchmake as a small team of 6 experts. And it's been a dream ever since.
Wow. Getting fired from the school here in the UAE was probably the biggest blessing for you.
I always say life is filled with lessons learned and blessings. And when lessons learned become blessings, you're winning at life.
It's like when people say everything happens for you, not to you. At the time, you probably didn't see it happening. At the time, you're thinking, this is the worst thing that could have happened to me.
I wasted probably a month of that time off just drinking.
Wow.
Yeah, getting wasted, doing nothing. And then I kind of had a wake-up call and I was like, what am I doing? I should be using this time to like maximize this time that I have where I'm not working. I'm still getting paid. I could build something. And that's when I started building.
You know, usually, you know, typically lazy people would sit there moping around and just waiting for the next thing. I think it's the, you know, that's a loser mentality. I think it's your mentality that has led you here, right?
I've always been a champion.
I wouldn't say it was luck for you, because I know people that have been in that position, that have been let go, and they become the victims of the story, right?
Totally.
I know a lot of people that do that. So you championed it up. You got the motivation. You said, I should be doing something right now instead of being here.
I think that you're the captain of your own ship. And that ship is your life. Where are you going to steer? And you can literally create any type of life that you want in this world. And I'm living that.
Anything is possible. I guess I want to ask, what inspired you to become a matchmaker?
Well, it was the Instagram account. Like, everybody asking me for advice with dating, with relationships. And I've always been a connector my entire life. I've always connected people for friendship, for business, for romantic. And then when I kind of realized that, hey, there's a business here, that's what really inspired everything. And I always say, you either have a knack for it or you don't. And us in the matchmaking world, like my team and I, we always say, if you are profitable at month 7, you're going to make it. And because there are so many matchmakers that start, oh, I'm a guru, I'm a this, I'm a that. But your true marker, I think it's month 8 is what we say. Yeah, month 8, not 7, is the true test of time. Are you actually a real matchmaker or just a phony bony online pretending?
No, I think you're so natural for that already. Like, we haven't known each other long and you've already connected me with so many people.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, right? I have.
Yeah, already for me.
It comes natural.
You love it. It comes so natural. And I think there's a deep passion in there for you. It's like, I'm going to, you know, connect you. That can help you. And I think what you get is what you give.
Yes.
And you do it so you receive it.
You know what's interesting? I recently had something go on where my friend needed help with something. So I connected her with somebody else. And it was like a paid service that she was going to do. And she said, oh, do you want me to give you commission? And I was like, oh my gosh, no, not at all. I was like, pay the other person. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yes. I was like, because me helping you, I know that I'll get that back tenfold. In whatever way, move, shape, form, it's going to come back to me tenfold because I gave it from my heart and with true intention.
Correct. Yeah. That's beautiful, actually.
Thank you.
Would you like some water? You
sure.
thirsty? Yeah. Sparkling or still?
Sparkling.
Sparkling. Fancy. Dealing with billionaires.
I'm always fancy. I've always been fancy. Like when you said the sparkling water thing before dinner, I was like, I've always been this way.
What did I say at dinner?
No, you can ask my ex-boyfriends. I have always had sparkling since I was 20 years old.
What do you mean? What did I say at dinner? I can't remember.
Somebody said at dinner about Andrew Tate, how he said, oh, people don't just naturally drink sparkling water. It's something else. And I was like, I've always drank sparkling. I've always been a bougie bee.
So you created this group, Dubai, what was it called again? Dubai, this Instagram page.
Oh, Dating in Dubai.
Dating in Dubai, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And so you would have had some crazy experiences dating in Dubai for you to open up that account.
I had
the
most amazing experience dating in Dubai. I don't care what anybody says. This is the best place to date on the planet.
Yeah.
Because you can date the entire map.
Yeah.
Every color is here. Every religion, nationality.
Yeah.
I think it's incredible.
There's no room for racism. Everybody's from somewhere.
No, yeah.
You know, I love it here.
I think it's great. And also, you get what you give. So if you're going into any situation with a negative attitude, oh, I'm never going to find someone. Guess what? You probably will never find somebody. If you go in thinking, hey, I'm going to meet a lot of cool people from different perspectives, not have any expectation on it, and just think, okay, how can this person add value to my life? How can I add value to theirs? You come out winning no matter what.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're just dropping on bombs today.
That's me. I'm a one-line queen. No, I'm not. I'm a one-take wonder.
Press this button, by the way. It makes the seat cold because hot today. Did you see the news today? It's going to be 50 degrees this week.
Nice.
50. So what do you think of dating apps?
You should only download my app.
We'll get to that.
No. Yeah. But I think that dating apps are around for a reason. Obviously, people have met their partners through them. But there is a lot of wasted time, effort, finding that needle in a haystack. I know that one of my brother's friends, he had recorded for 8 months how many swipes he had to go through. He was on 3 different apps. How many swipes he had to go through, how many messages he had to send to get on a date, how much money he spent on each date, how much time he spent, how many times he got ghosted, how many times this, and that. Took him 8 months and over $15,000 to be in the relationship that he has now. What we do as a matchmaker is we expedite that entire process and get you in front of the right people. We cost more than $15,000, but we're saving you time, energy, and effort.
I really see the point of your business. It's such a need. It's such a need. I mean, I'm single, and you know, I go on dates, and it's, you know, sometimes, you know, you're wasting your time, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, sometimes you're wasting your time with the same person over again, right? You're thinking maybe it's going to be different next time, maybe it's going to be different, but it's just. But when a company like yours comes and provides you real options that you could settle down with, real options that all of them tick your box.
Yeah.
You work with billionaires. Billionaires don't have time. They don't have time to go on dates.
They're time poor.
Correct. So they prefer to pay you that money.
Yes.
I know it's not cheap, but it's not expensive either.
No.
And they pay you that money and they go on these dates with people. And you know, usually I feel like people that use your services are ready to get married. They're ready to settle.
You know what? They're ready for a real connection.
They're not fuckboys.
Not everybody is, or their goal in love is to get married or to have children. Maybe they already have children. But we have a lot, like, the common thread is that they're serious about a commitment. And that could come in any shape, way, form.
I mean, a relationship is a commitment, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But some people want marriage, some people don't. Some people want to have a family, some people don't.
Sure. Yeah, of course. So I really see that. I mean, you know, I went on a date. It was good. We went on a second date, went on the third date, fourth date. She's like, third date, she was like, oh, we'll go with my friend. And I'm like, why do we need to go with your friend? And then I'm not the kind of person when there's something that I don't agree on that I make it a big deal. I kind of sweep it under the rug and I try to not make it too big. And then she said to me later, I think it's a little bit weird that you don't want to meet my friends. And I was like, listen, I'm happy to meet your friends, but I'm still discovering who you are right now. Yeah. And then, I went with her. I was like, sure, if you want to introduce me to your friend. Well, so the next day, she brought a friend. And she enjoyed it. You know, her friend probably didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it. But I mean, we went to a really fancy place and the bill looked like the phone number. And I'm just thinking, did you guys just try to come here to get a nice meal or something? Weird. So, you know, to cut all that bullshit out.
That's weird because I mean, for me, I love introducing like a new guy I'm with to my friends, but in a group setting.
Yeah.
That's like, hey, we're all going to be at this place. Let's do that. Or like an activity where if it's like a sit down dinner and then you have to foot the bill, that's weird.
But it's also like fourth date.
Yeah.
We've at the event, we've only had 3 dates before this.
Yes.
So what are we doing here? I'm still don't even know you yet, let alone meeting your friends.
Where this is going.
Yeah. So I found that really weird, and I never saw her again.
Yeah, she got her dinner.
She got her dinner. Well, yeah.
And her friend.
And her friend got a dinner too. Yeah. So just got used and abused like always. No. But I didn't want to see her again.
No.
She messaged a couple times after, but I didn't want to. I just said, look, that was really weird to meet your friend real quickly. And to do that didn't rub me off the right way. I didn't enjoy it. But to cut all that off.
And what did she say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say. I was busy.
Yeah. You never addressed it.
Oh, never addressed it.
You're not direct.
What, you think I should?
I would have said it. Hell yeah. I say everything that's on my mind.
I just thought there's no need.
In terms of like when it's like, if I deem them worthy of that information.
I just thought there's no need to just, I just, busy, whatever. Sometimes if they're really clingy, I try to give them the ick.
No.
I try to do things that go, oh, this guy.
No, that's such a game. Just tell them, hey, I'm not interested in taking this further. But
okay.
It was great to get to know you. Even if you want to say that. Like,
I feel like I'm going to get abused for that.
Who can block them then? If they decide to abuse you, block them. Like, you think you need that in your life? Bad energy.
I feel like I can say things without saying it, and then them going, oh, whatever. He clearly doesn't want to be with me because he's not making time to see me. And then it's like an unspoken thing.
No, I'd rather be so direct. It's better to be direct.
You'd be a savage if you were a boy.
I'm a savage as a woman. How about that?
You're a savage in the commercial world.
I'm just savage.
So you're an entrepreneur.
Correct.
How you're working on a tech app which you've raised a lot of money for and all that. I've read into it. Very impressive. Thank you.
I'm impressed as well. By myself.
I know, by yourself. When you have meetings, how do you know if the person wants to sleep with you or they want to do business with you?
What?
That was my question.
Actually, most of my investors are women, so I don't think they want to sleep with me.
Okay.
I do. I'm talking to a couple male investors because actually we had such a successful pre-seed round that I had to extend the pre-seed and make it larger.
Wow.
So that more people can invest.
Wow.
And I told them, I said, but you got to close before the end of this month or else you don't get those favorable terms. So I still have 3 investors on the table. One of them, which is a VC, which is crazy to get a VC in a pre-seed round, pre-revenue. But they're so interested. Just got off the phone with them today.
Pre-revenue.
Yes.
Incredible.
For the app, yes. So
incredible.
It's insane. So here we are, taking
Proud
over
of
the world.
Well done. You are taking over the world.
Thanks.
Do you want to tell everyone your future book title?
Yes. So the title of my book's going to be From Broke to Billionaire, The $1 Billion Business of Love.
And nobody take that.
No, because I've already said it on 3 other podcasts, so you can't.
Nobody take that.
Sue you. I'm very litigious. I'm from New York.
She'll stab you. She's from the Bronx too.
Yeah.
I've been to the Bronx. Let's talk about New York. How amazing is New York?
Not amazing anymore,
I love New York. I mean, how was New York different when you were a child to now?
Oh my gosh. I mean, growing up in New York was amazing. I grew up in Westchester, so in suburb right outside, but it was a 15-minute train ride from White Plains into the city.
Yep.
I was naughty, like super naughty.
You're a rebel.
Yes, very naughty. So having the city on your doorstep is the best and maybe the worst thing in the world. You grow up very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So my parents both grew up in the city. My dad grew up in the Bronx. My mother grew up in Manhattan. And they moved out of the city because they said, oh, we grew up too fast. We don't want that for our children. Then growing up in Westchester, my dad used to always say, he used to call it the Wastechester. He's like, y'all are getting wasted at 12 years old. Like, so I don't know. It was great.
Yeah.
You have, like, especially where I grew up, White Plains, it was like not super, but it was diverse enough. And you had, the affluent towns around as well. There's money in White Plains too. I loved it because there's also like the country club life, and that's where I got into diving, won some championships, and yeah, it was great to grow up there.
It was suburbia.
Yeah. And then to live in Manhattan in your early 20s, there's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it.
I always say skipping heartbeats with the boys downtown.
Nice.
That was like my thing. Loved it. Yeah, that's where I met my ex that brought me here. And
did you post up on your stoop?
No.
You never did that?
No, I lived in like a, what's it called, skyscraper.
Oh, so you didn't know. Okay, no brownstones.
No.
I lived in New York for 6 months, as you know, and I loved it. The best city in the world. I can't wait to go back.
You know, my parents are moving here.
I know.
It's official.
Yeah, I know.
August 11th is when I moved to the UAE in 2016. That's also my grandmother's birthday. I am buying them a ticket August 11th to fly to here and move to Dubai.
And they're working for you?
They are going to help me run my 3 businesses.
Yeah. Okay, so you got the app. You got the matchmaking business.
Yeah.
What's the third one?
So, I can't reveal too much, but we'll be filming a television show at the end of this year.
Yes.
So I need them for that as well.
Yeah, of course. Jeez, you're going to need a driver and everything.
My dad's going to be my driver.
Is he? Well, Mansoor's here. We can take you around.
Mansoor!
Can't you, Mansoor? You can take us around. We're going to have a lot of celebrities.
Maybe my dad will get tips from him.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever rejected anybody that typically you work with men?
Yes.
Have you ever rejected any men?
Yes.
And said, yeah, you have. What?
Yeah.
What are the reasons? Are they like not in it for the right reasons?
So we have a 4-step process in order to become a client with us. Step 1 is an application for a consultation. If you pass that application phase, then you get a screening call with me. That screening call, I get to understand you, the dating landscape, your experience, what are you looking for? Can we help you? There are a lot of people who in that step don't go on to the next step because I feel the vibe. I feel I'm a New Yorker. I can read you. And also, if we can't help you, we don't want you as a client. And that's why our success rate is so high at over 95%, because we're in such a fortunate enough position where we get to choose our clients. So we don't take on anybody that we can't help.
Sure.
And
because you have a 97% success rate.
Yep. We don't take on anybody we cannot help. So with that being said, also then after that call, my partners will do their whole background things that they do. I can't reveal those secrets, tricks of the trade.
Yeah, call CIA.
I'll let them do that.
Yeah.
And then there's another step before contracts and payment. And that step is a preliminary match session where I put together a personal presentation for you based on your previous call. What do you like? Kind of sneak peek into the database, but it's the best step to do because this is a way where we can analyze how well we're going to work together in the future. Do we even have what you're looking for? And what's your attitude like? Is it going to be difficult to find you a partner? How are you reacting to the profiles? And then my team and I step away and say, do we want to work with this person? Yes or no? If the answer is yes on both sides, then we move forward with contracts and payment, and then your membership starts.
Wow.
Yep.
So you might just go, look, I don't like the guy's vibe. I feel like he's in it for the wrong reasons.
And I always have a great rejection line that's not too harsh.
Tell me.
I'll say it, but now everyone's going to know it. So I always say, oh, I'm so sorry, but we've already filled our quota for the quarter of how many clients we can take on.
Nice. Good work.
Yeah, so that's it.
Good work. That's actually a really good one.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Sorry, friend.
Yeah, really good one. Typically, it's men that you work with. They come to you, high net worth individuals. Do you get women?
Yes, we do. We do. But like I mentioned,
why haven't you put me in touch with these high billionaire women?
No, so in terms of clients, I only take on clients I know that I can help. In terms of we have the right people that they're looking for, and are they going to be pleasant to work with? Like you don't want to take on anybody who's going to be a pain in the ass. Sorry.
Sure.
So, but to date, all of the women I've worked with, apart from one, because she's still dating, are in relationships. Every single one of them.
Through you, that you put them in a relationship? Yep.
Every single one of them.
So women do come to you looking for...
They do, but we don't always take them on. In the beginning of my agency, I took on women. Now with my partnership with Millionaires Club and Sync, our business models that we work with men.
Sure. Got ya.
But every now and then I'll take somebody that, because they're just, you can
genuine.
help them. Yeah, genuine. You can help them.
They deserve love.
They listen. They're, easy.
Yeah, okay. Well, just so you know, for future, I take their friends out to dinner as well.
Yeah, you foot the bill.
If
Perfect. Good to know.
I mean, doesn't everyone foot the bill?
Yeah, they should
everyone
do.
Foot the bill, right?
Should do.
You haven't had a bad experience like that, have you?
Only one.
Tell me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I went on a date with a French guy. This had to have been
in
years
Dubai?
ago. Yeah, in Dubai. Okay. Years and years ago. He was in his late 40s.
Uh-huh.
Divorced. He looked better on his profile than he did in person, but that's fine. Conversation was like pulling teeth, but now it's coming to the end of the date, and the bill comes, and we'd only ordered 2 drinks and a snack. Bill comes, and he goes, "Oh, do you want to split it?" And I said, "No, I'm okay." And he goes, "No, we're going to." And then I looked at him and I just said, what was my exact wording? I forget the exact word, but it was something along the lines of, that's what he said to me. He goes, "If I paid for every first date, that would be really expensive." And I said to him, "If you can't afford to take people out on first dates, then you shouldn't be taking people out on first dates." Yeah. And that was it.
And he paid it?
No, he made me split it.
He made you split it?
And the bill was only 180 dirham.
No.
So 90 dirham each.
Nothing.
Which I think is like ridiculous.
Nothing.
At that point, it's just comical.
The story I told you about before, when I took a friend, that bill came to 2,500 dirhams. Yeah. 180 dirhams is nothing. Yeah. Exactly. How is he not even footing that? Yeah. Oh, that's so cringe. That's so cringe. Super cringe. That's so cringe. My best friend's wife always tells me, stop paying for all these girls' dates, like first dates. This is in Australia. And I said to her, listen, I can't go to sleep that night if I don't pay the bill. You have to. I would hate myself. I would hate myself. I prefer to pay the bill than not give myself the mental torture. Also, though, like, there are so many options. Like, as a man, like, don't take somebody on a first date if it's completely out of your wallet. Like, meaning pick a date or situation that fits inside your wallet. That makes more sense to me than stretching it and then holding resentment against the other person. Instead, pick somewhere that makes sense for you. I think if men aren't ready to date and pay the bill, they should just focus on themselves and work. That's what I said. If you cannot afford to take people on first dates, then you shouldn't be going on first dates. Yeah. You should be focused on that part of your life. Yeah. Yourself, establishing yourself, sorting yourself out financially. Because, men are bred to be providers and protectors. And that comes with a price tag. So get it together, honey. Get it together before you come out and present yourself on the market. Right? Some kind of line, right? There needs to be some threshold there. I agree. I completely agree. And men don't do that. Men aren't really focusing on themselves to build themselves. They're looking for the perfect partner, but they're not the perfect partner. That's both sides. Yeah. Both sides. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I talked to so many women who were like, "Oh, he needs to be da-da-da-da-da." And I asked politely, "Are you these things? Do you provide this? Do you provide that?" That's for any relationship, So I think being reflective is super important in the dating game. Sure. What are you attracted to? What's your type? Ugh, oh yeah. Is it? You can tell it's me. I know it's me. Wouldn't you love that? No, my type, I don't necessarily always have a physical type, but I'm very much attracted to power, status, a man who's a leader in his industry, who can command a room. I call it the EST factor. Are they the tallest in the room, the smartest in the room, the richest in the room? I think about that, and I'm really drawn to those types of characters.
But in an ideal world, I mean, physically, I love blonde hair, blue eyes.
No way.
Yeah, fit, tall. Like,
Okay.
if you look like you played lacrosse at university,
Yeah.
I'm all in.
That's your type.
Yeah, but I'm kind of holding myself out for a jaguar right now. But let's see.
What's a Jaguar?
Yeah, that's an inside joke.
Okay. All right. Not the car, Jaguar.
No.
No.
I'm getting my Tesla.
Oh yeah, I saw you looking at Tesla the other day. Yeah, it suits you.
Yeah,
It suits
I'm
you.
super stoked.
Now, with guys like that are really bossy or that draw attention, whatever, what's the downside to that? Do you not feel like those guys might be obnoxious?
No.
No?
There is a difference. Like, I think somebody who commands a room doesn't mean you're the loudest in the room. It just means you have a power, you have status. People look to you, they respect you. That's what I'm attracted to.
Sure. So, I see what you mean. So it doesn't have to be the loudest or anything like that.
Oh God, I would be turned off by the loudest person in the room.
Got ya.
Yeah.
So the person that commands power, commands control in a silent...
Respect.
Yeah, respect in a silent way. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Okay. What advice do you have for men who can't afford your services?
Join the app.
Perfect.
Download the app. Maxion, Match and Me. We're launching soft launch Q3, hard launch Q4.
I do have it here that you're launching, that you're on, and it's an anti-dating app.
The anti-dating app.
Okay.
We are a matchmaking concierge. It's all about matching with compatible partners. There's confidentiality in there. There's verification in there as well. But actually getting on in-person meets, whether that's for friendship or romantic. Think about my experience here as an expat. And the reason why I threw in friendship as well is because connection isn't just about romantic relationships. It's about forming real bonds with people, and that can come through friendship, of course. And most people that move here are expats, and they come here with no close friends nor family, and trying to establish yourself and be happy in a new city and home, that comes with establishing relationships with people. There's so many trial and error friendships, relationships that happen here, a lot of proximity settling. Oh, your friends, people that you work with, your friends, people that are in your neighborhood, rather than being connected to people who you are actually compatible with. So this app expedites that entire social experience for you. So then you're automatically put into a group of people that you're compatible with, and it's up to you whether you want it to be friendship or romantic. We're going to create a community of Maxion members.
So where your app goes further and beyond from the dating apps like the Tinders and Bumbles and that, is you actually create the profile and you match them.
Our tech does. So the tech
does.
matches.
The algorithm matches. So if you say I like basketball, I look for positivity, this, that,
yes,
it will match you with those people.
Correct. But also know that in my experience as a matchmaker, you could be perfect on paper and not have any connection. Yeah. You could not be perfect, but just a little bit compatible and have a crazy connection. Yeah. So that's why there's no messaging on our app. You match. We have in-app booking systems and partners where we organize, plan, confirm the meets. You go on the meets, all about meeting in person, right? We have our car ride partnership as well. Gets you to the date. Once you're there, date, meet, whatever it is. Wow. Once you're there, have a great time. You provide feedback. We have in-app gifting partnerships. Wow. You and I get on really well. I can send you the click of a button without knowing your address, a candle, or this or that. And then...
Wow.
Yeah, and then, so we call it a matchmaking concierge.
Yeah.
And then in the future, what we're also integrating into it as well is that if you're approved to be a Maxion member, then you get invited to Maxion member events.
Yeah.
And we're going to build a community through that. So inside the app, we know the things that you like. We know the things that you like doing. So for example, you like hiking. We'll ping everybody who likes hiking on the app. Hey, we're going to... Listen, I don't hike, so I don't know. I'm going to make some Hatta. Yeah. We're going to Hatta. We're all going to do this. So there's no more wasted time on the app. It's all about meeting in person. Because as a matchmaker, I've seen it so many times. The people that... And even on dating apps, right? The people you would necessarily or you might swipe left on in traditional dating app sense you actually might date them in real life. Oh my gosh, I've dated guys here that I was like, if I ever saw you on a dating app, I wouldn't even look twice at you. But it's all about the energy in person.
The vibe.
So that's what we want to create and expedite.
Wow. Do you believe in star signs?
I have a star sign, correct?
I know you have a star sign. Would you go if this person is
Hell
or whatever?
no.
Would you match it? No, okay.
I think everybody's an individual.
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio, okay? And there are so many like stereotypes that come with that. I probably only match half of them.
Sure. No, because I know this because when I talk to girls that when they're on the apps, they only put in to match them with a Libra
you're crazy.
or whatever, right?
You're crazy. There's something
That's
wrong with you.
Too much, right?
That person is a crazy
Yeah.
person.
I don't know why I keep attracting these crazy people.
Yeah, that's on you.
But the good thing your app's coming out.
Exactly. We don't do any of that weirdo stuff.
Don't do any of that weirdo stuff.
Nope.
If you like this video, consider subscribing. We do weekly podcasts with experts in every industry to help you find direction and guide you on your way. Now let's get back into it. So how does the pricing work? How do you monetize the app?
Yeah, so the way that it works is, so there are different barriers to entry. Now, the matchmaking is high net worth, ultra high net worth, so that's a different price point that not most people can access. And that's really where the birth of the app came from, because I know that we create so much connection, and I wanted to put that out to a larger audience, a wider audience, right? So the target market for the app are accomplished professionals. With that being said, you do need to provide your LinkedIn profile for verification. We do a quick video call for verification and demo inside that as well. And the monthly memberships are going to be 460 dirham, which is about $125. There's quarterly memberships, $300. And then we're actually going to, so that's our basic membership. Then
That's
we're going
cheap.
Very cheap.
That's really cheap.
Yeah, it's going to be open to more people.
Well, okay, at that price point, you're going to get millions of people that are going to flow in because it's cheap.
There's verification.
How do you video call all those people?
Oh, no, we have client success managers. We have a whole team.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a whole team that's going to be trained in doing this. Some AI factors in there as well that are going to help along that verification process. But what we forget in this world is that, especially in the world of AI and robots and everything, humans need humans. So we want to make sure that the people that are on this app are people that are ideal clients, are in it for the right reasons, verified, authentic people that, you're going to create a community, and an in-person community, not just an online community. So I'm super stoked for it because it isn't free, and that's okay. And then we will be introducing more memberships as we grow and expand, and each membership is going to come with a different layer of concierge.
That's actually such a good business.
Yeah,
such a good
told
business.
You, billionaire by 40.
Yeah, no, I see it. I really see it, because even with the Bumbles and the Tinders and stuff, you still have to pay. Like, you can have this many swipes for free, and then you know what I mean. So I thought it'd be much more than that.
No. It's accessible.
Can I sign up now?
Yeah, you can join the waiting list. You can, so what I'm doing is I'm choosing 60 founding members. Yeah. For, is it August, September, when we're doing our beta testing. 60 founding members, 30 guys, 30 girls who are going to be ambassadors for
I want to be an ambassador.
Yeah, it would be a great person
I'd
to
love
have
to be
as
the
a
face.
founding member.
Yeah.
We're doing a really cool marketing campaign that I can tell you about once we reach that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already out.
Can't wait.
It's going to be really cool.
I cannot wait. I want to be a founding member.
Yeah.
And because, this is how we start, and then later we're going to get to business together, right? Opportunity finder. When you're a billionaire, it's not going to cost you much. It's going to cost you much to invest in Opportunity Finder.
Not at all.
You're like, yeah, sure, just take it. Okay. What's Raya? Raya. Everybody's telling me about Raya. What is that, and how does that differ?
Okay, so Raya is a global app, and their verification is through Instagram. So they'll verify through Instagram. They have a referral program. It's actually very similar to ours, but in a different sense. And they're from being on the app, there aren't many people that are like based in Dubai on it. There are some, but it's mainly like international people who move around a lot. A lot of celebrities are on that app as well. A lot of influencers are on that app. But what we do is going to be different because we're actually focusing in Dubai first. Because our services are for clients that are used to outsourcing everything in their life, which is very Dubai.
Very Dubai.
Very GCC.
I had ice delivered to my house the other day.
Yes, exactly.
So bougie.
Exactly. It's Dubai, babe.
I went to the dentist the other day. I valet parked my car at the dentist.
Yes.
I'm going to the dentist. I didn't know they had valet.
Everything. So what we're going to do is we're starting Dubai, expanding Abu Dhabi, we'll get Riyadh, Jeddah, Kuwait, Doha, really targeting those expat-dominated cities because there is no UAE homegrown app at the moment. And we are ADGM tech startup, so I'm super stoked on that because I was told by the platform I joined through that I was the first social platform to get accepted by them.
Wow.
So here we are changing the world.
Jesus. What's your mindset? Because you've got this unlimited amount of motivation and energy. You wake up when I see your Instagram in the morning, you are just like, thank you God for another day.
Thank you God, thank you universe. Every
thank
day.
you for another day, every day. Where did this come from, and how much of this personality and attitude do you credit to your success?
I will say this: you can achieve anything and everything you want in this world. Starts here, and it lives here in your body as well. So I know I posted the other day, I said, because I always say, I call myself a Billy, right? Billionaire mindset, billionaire by 40. Don't be silly, I'm gonna be a Billy. I always say things like that. I ain't no Millie, gonna be a Billy.
Have you heard the silly Billy?
Yeah,
that's you.
So
I'm gonna change your name in my phone actually.
Yeah,
Billy.
do it. And no, what I will say is knowing, believing, and living the person that maybe you aren't right now, but what you want to achieve changes everything. I say every day, I am a wealthy woman. I am a billionaire. Whenever I purchase something, I say I'm a billionaire. Whenever I don't like to say purchase. Whenever I release money, I say I'm a billionaire. It's going to come back tenfold. Whenever I receive money, I am so grateful. The other day, I was sitting with my friend, and what's this called? The rental check deposited from my account. And I saw it on my phone, and I looked up, and I said, thank you, God and universe, for giving me a life where I have the freedom to pay for this amazing apartment. And then I just continued talking to him, and he goes, whoa. It was like, what did you just do? Yeah. And I was like, I was thanking God for letting me be able to afford this apartment that I live in. And then he was like, that's crazy. I've never heard anybody say that. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm going to be a billionaire. That's how billionaires act. We love money so much. We're grateful for everything, whether that's a release or a receive. You're grateful for every part of it because money is an energy. It's a flow. So, but what I was trying to get at before is that it's in your mind, right? But what you also need to think about is you don't just need to have your mind right, your money right. You need to have your body right. It all goes together. Your health, your wealth, everything that you achieve, it's all a circle here. And you need to think about, how am I building this circle? What am I letting in and what am I releasing in order to have the best life that I want to complete and achieve? The other day, somebody messaged me on Instagram, voice noted me, and I hate voice notes, but I listened anyway. It was short. And she was like, I don't understand how you only have this amount of followers. She's like, you're so motivational. She's like, I watch you so that I can wake up happy in my day and achieve what I want to achieve. And I was like, that's so interesting that this person is watching me for that, where this is just what I live, the life I live, and how I've been able to, I think, achieve and receive everything that I've had. It is because of my mindset and action. I mean, action, but yeah.
Where does that mindset come from? Do you have a lot of it to credit to New York? Because I became very positive when I lived in New York.
I would say my parents.
Okay.
My dad, ingrained in my brain, he used to say there's nothing worse in this world than wasted talent. So maybe that's what really motivated me to achieve so much in athletics, to achieve so much in previous careers. Like, I became a leader in a school, published author by the age of 29. That's crazy. I was leading a staff of 55 at the age of 31. Like, what? How does that even happen? But yeah, really having that in my brain. And I speak to my dad every day. We FaceTime at least 3 times a day. It's my best friend. So he was a professional athlete. So he used to play baseball. And then now his goal is to make the senior tour in golf.
Wow.
So he just has that mindset as well. And he's always said, anything I want to do, I achieve. Yeah. So I think that that's really played a massive role in my life. And one of my best friends from Abu Dhabi, she lives somewhere else now, but she's about 15 years older than me. And she said to me, this was years ago, when I first started the business and everything was happening for me, she said, you're the only person in the 48 years that I've lived on this planet that actually does what they say they're going to do and surpasses. She's like, you're the only person I've ever met like that. And I think when I put my mind to something, there's grit, resilience, motivation behind everything that I do to always be the best, biggest, baddest, best.
Have you always been like this?
Yes.
Always been like this?
Always.
And has it been difficult in your relationships?
I think one thing that stands out to me, I've had people who maybe didn't want me to shine as bright as them or brighter than them. That's happened a couple times. Okay. But in all honesty, I feel like I'm a very excellent picker of a partner. I only choose people that add value to my life. And yeah, and once, like I told this to my last person I was dating, I said, I will keep doing this as long as it's fun. Once it's unfun, I know it's not a word, but I said, once it's unfun, I'm out. And as soon as it became unfun, I was out.
You out.
And they were like, what? I was like, no, I told you, like, this is my threshold, and you crossed the line. Sure. I'm out.
Sure. Yeah. No, I say this because obviously Dubai, there's a lot of dominant men. And if you've, in this tech entrepreneur, going into your masculine energy, going into a man's world and then dominating, does that outshine your partner, and do they have issues with it?
I think that I have mastered the balance between masculine and feminine. I haven't met one guy, or maybe I know how to play the game, who's ever felt maybe intimidated by me, that I was ever like romantically interested in. But I will say that the way that I speak to men and the way that I speak to women when it comes to business are different. And I will not reveal that because that is how I read people. So I will not reveal how I do that. But I will say this. When somebody doesn't feel intimidated by you, they're more open to supporting you. And there's different ways and different attitudes or approaches to take so that somebody does not feel intimidated by you. And it's different for men and women.
Got ya. And you've mastered that by the sounds of things.
Yes. Easy.
Tell me a success story.
Of matchmaking?
Yeah.
My favorite success story on the planet that I've had. One of my first clients ever approached me and said that they were worried that they would never find a partner, so interested in marriage and starting a family. Worried that they would never find a partner because they were on the autism spectrum. Obviously, leaning more towards Savants because they're super, super genius. And 5th person I put him on a date with, he's going to propose. Wow. That's my favorite story of all time.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old is this guy?
37.
Wow. Genius. So if a billionaire comes to you, what does he pay? He pays like $45,000 for 4 months, something like that?
If you're a billionaire, you're paying more than that.
Oh, really? So what, the price varies between how much money they have?
No, it doesn't. No. Honestly, our memberships start at $35,000 US.
For 4 months?
Yes, it depends, right? how often are you traveling?
Mhm.
Which cities do you want to date in?
Mhm.
And what do you deem as success
Sure.
in our relationship? If you want to find a wife, it's going to take more than 4 months. It is, just because you need to date. It's a numbers game. But if you're looking to find a girlfriend, easy peasy. We can find that for you easily. So it just depends. Like, we determine the length of time, and also how specific are you in a partner. Like, we have some clients that we work with. Their partner needs to be blonde. Their partner needs to be blue-eyed. Their partner needs to be Western European, and their partner needs to want to convert to Islam. That's going to be a premium price, honey.
That's a difficult one.
It's not difficult, but it takes more time.
Yeah.
It takes more vetting. It takes more recruiting. So that's why we have different price points, and we have a price range.
Sure.
We can talk about you.
Why are we talking about me? It's about you.
I can coach you real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
What do you want me to call you, Rad or Radine?
Rads.
Everybody
all my friends call me Rads, but it's Radin, what my mum says. Okay.
Rads.
Yeah.
Are you single?
Yes.
Okay. What are your goals? Overall goals, like, not you want to get married, but like overall goals. Do you picture yourself being married? Do you want a family?
Of course. I think marriage, love, and kids should be everybody's goal.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think having sex with multiple women, the more you have sex with women, the more masculine you become. That's not for me. For me, is growing with somebody. That's what I really want. Growth.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this. What does a regular weekday look like for you?
You know my lifestyle. It's not that busy. I maybe have 1 or 2 meetings a day, and then the other times I podcast, gym, do 2.5 hours of gym every day. I go to the mall, have lunch. Like, I like to take my time. I like to stop and smell the flowers. I'm not, usually people that have a driver are people that are really busy and they go from meeting to meeting. I'm not that, but I still want it just because I want to chill. And obviously driving in Dubai isn't the easiest thing to do, or the most pleasurable thing to do, but it's really chilled. Like, I actually have so much time. If I wanted to. My time is in my hands.
Yeah, that's good. What are you attracted to in a partner? Let's start physical. Physical first. Do you find yourself more attracted to some nationalities over others? Do you prefer darker features, lighter features?
Honestly, I think even though men are visual creatures, I feel like I don't care. For me, if I had to choose, I'd say probably darker features, right? Black hair, stuff like that. But for me, it's about vibe, energy, and like, I've got luckily my businesses aren't babies anymore, and they're on their own feet, and that's why I'm allowed to be here. But still there's stresses of business, stresses of staff. I always know when a staff's going to leave 2 months before they leave, because they're not engaged anymore. They don't care. Obviously there's other businesses trying to come and take over your business, come and take market share. So business is war, constant war. So I want to come home to somebody. I'm leading into what I'm after rather than looks. I'm after somebody that can protect my energy, protect my soul, because I've been at war all day. I want to come home and not have drama. And be in an affectionate, loving relationship, calm, cool, collected, nothing too major, nothing too dramatic.
Is this person the life of the party, wallflower, or somewhere in between?
I would say, in Australia, when I don't go to a party, my friends always get really upset. I never understood why. And then one of the guys said to me, because you're the X factor. And I realized if I wasn't at the party, everyone would be having real general conversation. I did this, I did that. When I go to the party, I start pinning people against each other. I start going, he said this about you, and they start getting into that. And then I come in and clean it up later. So I'm like the bully that gets the party started. I lightly bully everyone, get them on edge a little bit. So I don't want somebody like that. I don't want anything, but I do want someone funny.
Yeah.
I really want someone funny, someone that has character. It's not even about funny, it's about character for me. That makes me laugh and go, that was a good one.
Okay, what values are you attracted to in a partner?
Honesty,
Mm-hmm.
family,
Mm-hmm.
integrity, loyalty, and respect.
Celebrity crush?
What year?
Anything.
Celebrity crush. That's an interesting question you ask. Interesting question. Dua Lipa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I like Dua Lipa too. Super.
Yeah. Is she on your list? Can you set me
I
up?
know, right? She's probably on our LA database, not
Is
gonna
she?
lie. She could be.
It could
We're
be.
global. We got 40,000.
Sure. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. And do you have an age range?
No. I've dated older. I've dated younger. No. I'm 33.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep it in my brain.
Okay. So you've just done. So this is what you ask your clients when they come and see you.
There's a little more to it. I can't tell you all our secrets.
I see. Got ya.
Can't tell you everything.
It's been televised.
But how about this?
Mm.
And this is gonna help your dating life, your dating world, because you're gonna publish this.
Mm.
How would you rate yourself, 1 to 10, overall package?
Yeah.
What do you bring to a relationship?
Definitely over 8.5.
Good.
I've read that.
More.
I've read that online.
Tell me more.
I've done my research about you.
I know you
I've
have.
done my research about you. It has to be more than 8.5.
It does.
Has to be more than 8.5. What's the overall package that I bring?
Yeah. What do you bring to the table?
I think men need to bring security, whether it's financial.
What do you bring to the table?
Security.
And
I feel like many men should bring security. Is what I'm saying. Security, loyalty, safety, respect. Yeah.
Give yourself some more credit. You bring the laughs.
I bring the laughs. Yeah. I do like to joke.
You're fit. You're handsome.
Thank you. But it's funny, when you're early on in a relationship, they're like, "Oh, he's so funny, he's so funny." But 4 years into a relationship, it's like everything's a fucking joke to you, isn't it?
I think that that's another podcast for a different day.
So after talking to me, how do you find when you talk to somebody else? What are the similarities that you're looking for in your mind to say, look, these guys will make a good couple?
Well, listen, like I said, 2 people on paper could be perfect, and then they meet in person and it's nothing.
Sure.
Which is why our clients also come to us, because we expedite that process. We plan, book, confirm the date, get you there, manage the feedback, all of that. So then you know that you're meeting qualified partners. Obviously, both parties see the other person, read the profiles before, but it's up to you in person to see if there's a connection or not. And you could match on everything or not match on anything, but still have a wild connection. So the service that we provide one-to-one is about meeting in person, but meeting those quality people in person. And then that also then leads into the app, right? You are only going to be meeting with compatible people, and you will know the compatibility up front in order to make an educated decision as to whether or not you want to actually meet this person and spend the time to do so.
Okay. Got ya. So you look at the general aspect of things, and then it's all about vibe. Put them together, see if the energies match. Energy is so important.
Definitely.
So important. Because you can have healing energy, which is somebody's attracted to, or you can have destructive energy with somebody else, attracted to.
There's a shoe for every foot.
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Definitely.
Do you believe in soulmates?
Yes.
So you believe there's one person for everybody out there?
I've had many soulmates in my life.
Okay, that's what I want to get to.
Yeah, I believe that you can have soulmates in different levels as well. Like, I have friends that I, oh my gosh, just adore so incredibly much. And I know that we were meant to be together for some reason. I also believe in past lives. Like, we were something in a past life to one another. We don't know what it was, but we have always been cosmically connected. When I think about certain people in my life, I go, we were connected in a past life somehow.
Got ya.
Which makes the connection so easy from the beginning and out.
Do you get clients that come to you, like high-value clients, saying like, hey, what about you?
All the time.
All the time.
A lot of the people who take on consultations, they'll make a joke or they'll message me after and be, oh, are you on the database? And I always say, I'm way more expensive than a membership. No, but in all honesty, I'm so professional. I keep everything.
I was about to say that. I think you're very professional.
Super duper. Yeah. So, and also there hasn't been anybody really that I've felt any attraction or that, oh, maybe I'm into this person. Nah.
No, nothing like that.
No.
Do you think it's hard dating in Dubai?
No. I think if you want it to be hard, you can make it hard.
Yeah.
Stop saying that was a failure. Oh, that sucked. Well, every time you say it sucks, guess what? It's going to suck.
Yeah.
And when you start changing your perspective and changing your attitude, like what I say is you got to date like a duck. Water off your back. High standards, zero expectations. And when you date from that point of view, then you become a better picker of a partner. Rather than this whole, oh, well, because his profile said this, he would be a good match. Or because her profile said this, she would make a good wife. And then you go on a date and they're a dud. So stop doing that. And start flipping the script as well. What I hear a lot after dates is that people say, oh, does he or she like me? Stop saying that. Turn the question and say, do I like them?
What are some of the misconceptions about being a matchmaker?
Oh, okay. Well, I think the misconceptions of hiring a matchmaker is that this was your last resort. Oh, I couldn't find anybody by myself, so I had to hire a matchmaker. When in actuality, all of our clients are time poor. They don't have the time nor the energy, effort to put into dating, and they hire us because they know that we have high caliber of people in our database and our systems are flawless and work to expedite and deliver results. So they hire us so that they can actually find their partner quicker, easier, done.
How do you measure success in your line of work? Is it simply finding a match?
Yes. So each one of our clients in the beginning of our relationship with them tells us what they would deem as success. And then we deliver. Like we have some clients that newly divorced and have never dated in their life. And they just want to date quality people. They want us to do the vetting. They want this, they want that because maybe they're very high profile. And their goal is to date as many people as they can during the membership. Done. Some people want to find their wife. Some people who want to be in a committed relationship, maybe they're too young. They don't want a wife just yet. Done.
Okay. And you said you're running this in the GCC and London?
Yeah.
Have you started in London yet, or are you focused on Dubai first?
No, so what we do is every client that joins with us, we always encourage them to expand their search globally.
I see.
So we have some clients that are dating in Spain.
Wow.
We have some clients that are, where are we going to be next? Greece, that are dating in Greece. Like summertime, people are all over the map. So a lot of people date in the US as well. And
does that person live in Greece, or no, they live in Dubai, but they fly out to Greece for a date?
So what ends up happening is, essentially a lot of people will leave Dubai and they'll spend a month in Bali. We have one of our clients going to be a month in Bali. And I was looking at, okay, who do we have in Bali? Who do I know from Dubai that's going to be in Bali that he can meet? And he might be meeting somebody who's going to be in Thailand, who's on his list of people that he wants to connect with. So, hey, then we can make that happen as well. We have clients that split their time between Dubai and London. So that's why I said I want the UK. And that's how we work as well. I work very closely with some recruiters in the UK as well. So that's how we can provide that service for our clients.
We've talked about this before. Men are very visual creatures. What are they usually looking for? What's the flavor of the month? What do you find? Is there something that all the men, like, we ask women, what kind of guy you're after? What do they say? Tall, dark and handsome.
Do they? I don't like dark.
I know, but that's what
Nor
women
handsome
say.
if you look at my ex-boyfriends.
Shots fired. Shots fired. No, but you watch The Bachelor. You watch The Bachelor in US. Tall, dark, and handsome. Tall, dark, and handsome. What is it for men? What's the tall, dark, and handsome equivalent for men?
Energy. Fun. Fit. Feminine.
The 3 Fs.
And one of my matchmaking partners, Katie Clark, she always says that women, you just have to be 3S. Fun, fit, and feminine.
Yeah.
That's all our clients are looking for.
That's actually so true.
Done.
And
that's for any, and you can be any shape, size, color.
Yeah.
Fun, fit, and feminine.
Yeah. You can be
that's it.
You can be a big girl, but if you're fit and you're healthy,
that's it.
That's it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever told somebody if they're not fit? Have you ever said like, hey, you need to go to the gym?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's something you guys do.
Of course. This is your overall package. And it's not about being a size 0. It's not about lifting. I'm going to make 200 kg. I don't even know what that means. But it's about being fit in the sense of, and also healthy. Like I spoke about this the other day. Oh yeah, with my friend. We were eating and I said to him, I find it so unattractive when a man smokes. Or a woman. Or a woman. Any person who has an addiction where they need to be smoking cigarettes or smoking a vape tells me that they don't have self-control. Tells me that they don't have willpower. Tells me that maybe they're not determined or focused. And for me, that's a major turnoff.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. For me, an ick, a red flag, a deal breaker, whatever you want to call it, is smoking.
Smoking. I find it disgusting.
Yeah, me too. So what's a red flag for you? What's a deal breaker for you?
Well, deal breaker is somebody who does not take action.
Okay.
Besides the whole like the willpower thing we're speaking about with smoking.
Yeah.
Somebody who doesn't take action, like who's like a wimp in a sense. I remember, gosh, I was not romantically interested in this person, but we were just friends. But like we said, any connection is anything. I was so turned off by this person because they couldn't take action at work. They were extremely inefficient. They just had no knowledge about something and no desire to learn in order to grow. And I found that so unattractive. I dropped them as a friend. I said, and I told them straight up, I was like, I am so sorry. I cannot have you around me. I was like, I'm going to be a billionaire and you're a brokey. And I can't get that brokey energy around me. You're dragging me down, brother. Dragging me down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, your network is your net worth. You sometimes have to do that. I've had to do that in my life.
Oh, I cut people off so quickly.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
I know you have. You told me. What do you think of Andrew Tate?
Love. I'm a tater tot.
Oh, you tater tot? Well, could you date him?
Tater tot. Could I? I'm not Muslim. I think he wants to be somebody who's Muslim, right?
So if you were on the matching site, whatever, and I was the matchmaker, I would say, listen, I've got a guy, ticks all your boxes, but you might need to convert.
I'm okay because I believe in a higher power. I do believe in God.
Sure.
And I think that God has many forms, so it would just depend. If that's how he would want to raise a family, I'm not saying Andrew Tate in particular. Yeah. My partner, my husband, wanted to raise our family in a certain faith. I'd be so happy with that because I do believe in God.
Would you convert?
I would convert to anything, yeah. Okay. Judaism, Islam, why not?
Okay, if your partner wanted you to.
Not if my partner wanted me to. If I wanted to.
Sure.
And I believed in it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I feel you're so necessary. I appreciate you. I appreciate your force. I appreciate what you do. You know what you are in my mind? You're a little Cupid. You're this little baby Cupid with the wings, and you're just in heaven right there. And then God's saying, well done.
Always.
You got brownie points up there.
Always.
That's for sure.
I call them points in heaven.
That's for sure. We like to finish off the podcast by asking our guests the same question. If you could have a dinner party with anybody dead or alive, who would it be and why? 3 people. You can have
3.
You can have a dinner party with 3 people, not one-on-one. The whole ethos of the question is it's a group conversation at the table. You and 3 people dead or alive from any time, any era.
Okay, I got him.
Tell me.
Taylor Swift.
Okay, Taylor Swift.
John Mayer.
Okay.
Who's the guy that she dated with the big eyes? Jake Gyllenhaal.
Wow.
And I need to know what happened between Taylor and Jake. Why did they break up? Same thing with John Mayer. Is he the one that she's referring to and shoulda, coulda, woulda? Like, I need to know. And also with Taylor, one-on-one, you need to tell me about every single song. Who is it written about? How did they score?
Wow.
Because I am obsessed with Taylor Swift. I don't care what anybody says.
Well,
I'm a Swiftie.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I know you're a Swiftie. You look like a Swiftie too with the outfit today.
Cutie.
Okay, so that's wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
You.
I'm on it. On it.
That's really bugging you, isn't it?
I need to know everything.
That really is bugging you.
I was listening to Taylor on the when I was getting ready, and her song "Midnight Rain" is literally my autobiography.
Wow.
You want to learn about me? Listen to the song "Midnight Rain" by Taylor Swift. Everything you need to know about me is in that song.
Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Midnight Rain.
By Taylor Swift. Yeah.
I don't really listen to Taylor Swift.
Now you will.
So who do you listen to?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Lana Del Rey.
Mm-hmm.
Kitten.
Mm-hmm.
Transviolet.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like my favorites, like always at the top. And then I'm always Saweetie, Drake. Give me some Nicki, give me some Cardi, all about it.
Oh, you are from the Bronx.
Yes.
Nicki's from the Bronx. No, Nicki's not.
Queens.
The Queens, yeah. Cardi's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Bronx is a special place.
It is a special place.
I went to Sedgwick Ave where hip hop was created.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to some old heads over there.
Yeah.
And he said, man, this DJ, whatever his name was, I forgot, came in one night. We had parties at the Sedgwick Hall. He came in with his deck. He went, and then he goes, yo, what up? And he goes, that was the spark. And that's how hip hop was created.
So cool, right?
Yeah, so cool. And like, I went on like a rap pilgrimage through New York. I went to Biggie's house many times, met his friends. Yeah, I mean, you could have done that. You were there for such a long time. You've probably been to Biggie's house a few times.
No, I feel like New Yorkers don't do that.
Really?
That's okay.
I met a New Yorker that's never seen the Statue of Liberty.
Correct.
And I was like, what do you mean? It's just there.
I never saw the Empire State Building till my ex came from Indiana, and we went with him because he'd never seen it before. My parents were like, I've lived here all my life, and I've never been inside the Empire State Building.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
so weird.
It is weird, actually, because like you walk by it every day, and it's like it's nothing to you.
Yeah.
But then to experience it from somebody who's never seen it, it's cool. It actually changes your perspective.
Yeah, of course, because you feel like you're on holiday in your own city.
Yeah.
I went to Biggie's house 3 times, just trying to hang it and just see his friends. And I met one of his friends that came out of prison, and I bought him lunch, and he just told me stories of their childhood and stuff like that. It was like a rap pilgrimage. I love rap. You know, rap is. I
love rap.
Rap's an acronym for rhythm and poetry. And it really is rhythm and poetry.
Yeah, rap.
Right? It's like poetry. Modern day poetry.
It is.
So we should do a New York trip, actually.
Oh, I hate New York. I never go back. I haven't been to the States in years.
Even though you're not in New York, you still have the New York energy.
People say that, yeah.
You've got the New York energy for sure.
I'll take that as a compliment.
New Yorkers have been through a lot. They've been through a lot. Were you there for 9/11?
Yeah.
Where were you?
We were living in Westchester at the time.
Okay, so you weren't in the city?
No, my family was. I remember my mom and her friends from work picked me up from middle school. I was in middle school at the time. I was in history class. History teacher had rolled in telly, and he had played it, and it was weird because like you're young, you don't know what anything means. You're 12 years old, right? And our history teacher was crying, like tearing, a man, and he said, he was like, you might not understand this, but today is the day that will change the whole world. I'm gonna cry now. Oh, I remember that. And then as soon as he said that, I heard my name on the speaker. Christiana Gonzalez, your mother's here to pick you up. My mom had picked me up with all of her friends from work. We all went back to my house. It was my mom, her colleagues, and us, and we were just watching on the television. But I'll say you don't understand it as like a kid, but watching it and seeing the impact that it had on other people. My family frantically trying to call our other parts of the family that lived in the city or worked near the World Trade Center. My friends' parents passing from it. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Your friends' parents passing from it. Wow.
Crazy.
And New Yorkers have been through a lot. And even with COVID, you know, they suffered a lot during COVID as well. I feel like it's a big city, but it's a big city community. Everybody's got each other's back, New Yorkers. Everybody's got it. That's the vibe that I got. I don't feel like you agree. No.
It's funny. I love New York when I lived there, but you don't realize how cliquey it is until you leave. Because Dubai is so friendly. So friendly. So people are so willing and able to open up doors for you. Where I think New York, and I'm not a victim, how do I say it, culprit, but I was the person who was like, you can't sit with us. Where I've obviously changed. I'm so different now, but like I'm I'm a better person in Dubai. I'll say that.
Who were you in high school?
I was a bully.
I was a bully.
Easy.
I can see you as a bully, actually.
Yeah. Now I just play mind games with people.
Yeah. You're not a bully anymore. You're very nice.
No, I am the nicest person.
And you're so helping.
I am. But I will say that I have learned this and I use this now today. Especially being a woman. I think that being a woman, and I look very, very young. I mean, I am young, but I look young, and I think that people take advantage of that sometimes. So I've learned not to be nice to everybody, but to just be nice enough. You don't need to be everybody's best friend. You don't need to be he, ha, 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 ki, because I think that your energy should be sacred and you save it for certain people. I always say that I have 0 time, but I make time for the people that I care about. And something that I've learned recently, and I'm going to hold to it. Money is great. It is. Money is a flow. I love money so much. I love you, money. But your greatest currency in this world is information. You don't always have to tell everybody everything. And holding on to information is sometimes more valuable than spilling it. So be a good listener, an observer, rather than a talker.
Is that something you've had to learn?
No. I think that certain things happen and then you go, huh. I think that if I want to, when we were talking about intimidation earlier, if I want to make somebody feel uncomfortable, I do a certain thing that I won't reveal on camera.
Sure.
But I do a certain thing, and the way they react to that is so telling for me.
Sure. So you test people?
All the time.
You test people. Appreciate your time.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
You're so necessary. Like, you're doing so much good, more than you know. There's so many babies that are going to be born in the future because of you.
Yes! And don't name them Christiana, because that's my name.
You don't find that flattering?
No.
So what, if you put a couple together and they're so grateful for you and they call you and say, you know what, we're going to name her Christiana because of you.
Oh, maybe, let's see. I mean.
See, I think that would have been a compliment if someone did that for me.
Let's see.
Anyway. So, if you have anything you want to say, if you have any announcements, I know you have so many things you're working on, where people can find you.
So many things. Well, if you're interested in matchmaking, you can go to christianamaxion.com. Follow me on socials at christiana.maxion.matchmaker. And hey, you want to join the app? Get on the guest list now. It's called themaxion.com, and we're on all socials at the.maxion. That's Maxion. And yeah, here to find your love. Let's go.
Appreciate you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah!